Coming out of turns 3 and 4. Chad White on the bottom. William Duff on the top. Checkered flag in the air. Who's going to win? It's William Duff. No, look out. He just junked it. Look out. Oh, my God. World's #1 streaming service. Hutchinson Motorsports TV. On the call tonight. On your feet. Off your seats. It's about to go green. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live here tonight for some Thursday night action. Average Joe's Sim Racing League, biggest race of the season in motorsports. It's the GOAT's Birthday Bash extravaganza here at Phoenix. Joining me in the booth tonight, Joe Manella. Joe, how you feeling out here in the desert?
Well, a little hot, a little dry, but, other than that, man, I'm feeling pretty good, feeling pretty excited. Going to here celebrating the GOAT's birthday here with the Average Joe Sim Racing League, and should be a very interesting race here at Phoenix. It's not a short track, not a intermediate, it's more like a shintermediate, so we're looking to see if the stars are born and the dreams get shattered here tonight at Phoenix.
It's a really controversial topic here at Phoenix. I call it a short track, but I know a lot of people, they hate that I do that. But ladies and gentlemen, tonight's race, as you just heard, it's the GOAT's Birthday Bash Extravaganza 156 here at Phoenix. So ladies and gentlemen, clear your schedules. You are tuned into the single most prestigious event in all of motorsports, the GOAT's Birthday Bash Extravaganza 156. Some may race for points, some may race for money or glory, but tonight, whether they know it or not, these racers are racing for me. We appreciate every single one of you tuning in, so don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And to the drivers in the field tonight, tread carefully because the winner of this race is taking home the holy grail of sim racing prizes. That's right, a digitally signed self-portrait of yours truly. So the heat is up, the stakes are absurd, and the Phoenix desert is about to get chaotic right here on the world's #1 streaming service, Hutchinson Motorsports TV. And Joe, we got cars on the track out there qualifying. Let's go down trackside, but first we actually have a quick concert we want to play you. Garth Brooks has a performance real fast, so take a look at this, folks. Garth Brooks has a song for you. Go ahead, Garth.
Happy birthday to the GOAT. Yeah. Some men were born to drive them. Some men were born to wrench. Some were born to sit at home and holler from the bench. But God looked down one Thursday night, said racing needs a voice, so he gave Blake a microphone, and brother, what a choice. He can make P14 sound like you're fighting for the crown, and when somebody stuffs the wall, you know what's coming down. Turn that volume up, put the cold beer on ice, 'cause Hutchinson Motorsports TV is live tonight. Happy birthday to the GOAT, the greatest on the air, #1 streaming service, anywhere, everywhere. When somebody sends it 3 wide and that whole damn field goes bam, there's only one man for the call. Happy birthday, Blake. Yeah, everybody knows. Calling racing, you're the GOAT. He's junk, comes through the speakers, he's slow, comes right behind. Blake's got absolutely zero fear of speaking what's on his mind. He'll roast you when you're running bad, hop you when you're fast, and somehow make a caution lap feel like the final pass. Other streams got cameras, other streams got shows, but there's levels to this business, boys, and everybody knows. Happy birthday to the GOAT, the greatest on the air, #1 streaming service, anywhere, everywhere. When somebody sends a 3 wide and that whole damn field goes bam, there's only one man for the call. everybody knows. When it comes to calling racing, you're the G-O-A-T. Now they say there's Twitch, YouTube, Netflix, Amazon Prime. That's cute, because there's only one #1 streaming service in the entire damn world. Look it up. Who's the greatest? Who's the GO-AT? Who's calling the race? Who's telling you you jump when you're 12 seconds off the pace?
We are back here at Phoenix, and what a banger from Girth Brooks. But, Joe, it's official. Quick time, Michael Harrington, top of the board. No shock there.
Yeah, not a surprise. Michael Harrington was the fastest in practice. He showed a lot of speed, but he's got some competition up front. Last week's almost winner at Daytona, Terry Vincent, coming away with the outside pole, and that's going to be my pick for tonight's race, Blake.
That is a good pick. Well, I'm going to go with Michael Harrington out front. I'm not going to try to recreate the wheel, but, Joe, it is grid time here. Let's get things going here at Phoenix. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time right here on the world's #1 streaming service, Hutchinson Motorsports TV. It's the GOAT's Birthday Bash Extravaganza 156 at Phoenix. Tonight's starting lineup is as follows. Starting on the front row from the pole position, my pick to win the #8, Michael Harrington on his outside. The 6 machine from Juicy Spider Racing, Terry Vincent.
Row number 2 is going to be Jeffrey Petty in the #24, and to his outside, TJ Ivy in the #29.
Row number 3 on the inside, give me the #97 machine, Nathan Berzowski on his outside. The 16, Nolan McClure.
In row number 4, going to be the #5, Terrence Murphy, and the ever so popular #28, Chad White.
Beautiful paint scheme there for Chad. We appreciate that one as we jump back into row number 5 on the inside. Give me the #15. Will It Like Willie. Isaiah Adam Bomb Adams on his outside. Chip Graham.
Row number 6 is going to be made up of Brad Hoggett in the #00 and the #2 of Michael Weaver.
Row number 7 on the inside, going to be the #70 machine, Brian Day on his outside. Dunkin' Donuts 49. Don't mess with them. It's Judge John Mathis.
And in row number 8, Ryan McClurg in the #43 machine, and Jonathan Dominics in the #94.
Row number 9 on the inside, going to be the 87 machine, Blake Hewlett on his outside. The 06, David Forge.
Row number 10, Stephen Blevins in the #51, and Girth Brooks in the #10 machine.
Keep an eye on Girth as he's looking to run good here at Phoenix. In row 11, you got the 44, Voodoo Ranger Brian Cook on his outside. The 33, Douglas Ivy.
Row number 12, Corbett Raker in the #47 machine, and Fred Chase in the #46.
Row number 13, gonna be the #12 machine, Adam Big Hog Hogland on his outside. The 99, Clarence Bonner.
Row number 14, the 27, Jonathan Day, and on his outside is Brian Matthews.
Row number 15 on the inside, gonna be Austin Guerrero in the 45, Brad G in the 7.
Row number 16, Justin McCurdy, and on his outside is going to be Austin Oliver.
Well, Joe, that's all we got time. Pace cars in, field is set. We are racked up and ready to roll, get things going here as we're lined up ready to roll. So me and you both going with the front row here tonight. We're not expecting any shockers here.
No, they don't call me front row Joe for nothing. So let's see if the front row can pull it out tonight.
Yeah, we got some beautiful paint schemes we'll go through here for Connor Gervard in just a matter of time, but field is racked up and ready to roll out of turns 3 and 4. Green flag in the air. The GOAT's Birthday Bash Extravaganza is underway.
How these drivers navigate that transition onto the track from the dog leg. It's a notorious spot where drivers can get pinched down and end up having a little bit too much wheel in it, too much throttle, and round they go, junking the cars.
Now,
Take it to the junkyard.
Joe, are you the type of driver on lap 1? Are you taking that dog leg and sending it 4 wide, or are you more of the cautious type of racer?
Yeah, I'm a little bit more reserved on the starts. It kinds to get really hectic there. But, I mean, sometimes you're just not safe. You're not safe down on the dog leg. You're not safe staying away from it. So just one of those things you just have to make your decision and stick with it.
Yeah, well, Joe, we got some requests in the chat to take a closer look at this 28 machine of Chad White. Let's go down trackside, take that drone cam down, and look at this thing.
Yeah, Chad White, notorious for having some pretty disgusting-looking paint schemes, and he's definitely living up to the hype tonight.
What is that on the back, Joe?
It's a damn goat, man.
Oh, that is crazy there. Well, good-looking paint scheme from Chad White. He's currently in the 9th position out of Loudon, Tennessee. Let's see what he can do here as he's battling side-by-side with Isaiah Adam Bomb Adams.
And Connor Gerard already has his paint scheme contenders with the 28, 17, 10, and 29.
Let's take a look at some of these. The 17, that's Jesse, or they call him Chip Graham in the Fast and All number 17 machine. So he is in the running. We got the 29 machine. Let's take a look here where he is in the field. Where is the 29, Joe?
It's TJ Ivy in 4th right now.
All right, TJ Ivy in the 4th position. Here he is in a 29 machine. So take a closer look right here as he comes out of the corner there. Good looking car there. And the final contender for paint scheme of the night, it's the number 10, one of my favorite drivers. It's Girth Brooks.
Yeah, you can see it right there. Black white on black there, or black on white. Pick your poison, so to speak. But yeah, a lot of good paint schemes out here tonight, and these 4 drivers will be looking to take away the paint scheme of the night award.
Yeah, Girth Brooks is in a war right now. He's got cars all around him right now in the 23rd position. He's got to gain some ground, but we jump back out front. My pick to win. I took the pole, and I knew Michael Harrington was going to be quick, and he's looking good so far. 0.7 of a second out front of Nate Brzezowski.
Yeah, Brzezowski is only about 3/4 of a second behind, but you know, him and Terry Vincent, they need to be careful. They don't want to let Michael Harrington start to run away with this because he gets too far out in front. There's just no catching him.
Yeah, now, Joe, we do have some cameramen on the track. Track officials told us not to do this, but I didn't really care. So let's go down trackside, take a look, see if we can get some closer shots of your race leader, Michael Harrington. Right in the middle of the track, Joe.
Oh, get out of the way.
What is he doing? He's in the middle of the track.
Unbelievable.
All right, this is not safe right here. He's done. He's done. Yep. Wow.
Get the shovel.
Boy, the sun is setting. It is beautiful here at Phoenix as they head out of the corner here. Michael Harrington still out front, lap number 10. Now, Joe, here tonight, we've got 2 stage breaks. We're going to have one at the end of lap number 30, then another one at the end of lap 92. So spacing out the stages here.
Yeah, and you know what? That'll probably end up working out in the guys behind Harrington's favor, whoever that might be at these cautions. But because that's going to let them reset, make some adjustments to their car, get some fresh Goodyear tires and Sunoco race fuel in those vehicles, and see if they can't hook Harrington for the win.
Yeah, you know, I'm not going to lie. Michael Harrington looks pretty quick here tonight on a restart. I'd probably just take him out, Joe. But let's take a look here at your screen. You got your rules and regulations here tonight at Phoenix Raceway. The dog leg is available for these drivers. As we've seen, track temp up to 97 here already. You got no fast repairs, 4 tire sets, 50% fuel. And in the booth, Blake Hutchinson, Joe Manella.
Yeah, Blake, is you know, as we witnessed the assault of the cameraman down there on the track, you know, it comes down to sacrifice, right? You have to make sacrifices in order to get the good shots. And you know, here at Hutchinson Motorsports TV, we're so thankful to have people willing to make the ultimate sacrifice for that cinematography shot.
Oh, it's all about the show, Joe, and sometimes you got to risk your life for it. But thankfully, we're up in the booth and we don't have to do that. Look at Stephen Blevins, though. He's in the 27th position out of Linden, Virginia. He was dominant last week, Joe. We were over at Daytona, and he sweeps the stages and wins the race. You don't see that too often in this next-gen car. But right now, he's running 27th, and he's looking pretty slow here tonight.
Yeah, it's not easy to do on any track, but for him to be able to do that at Daytona, it was just a miraculous night for him. And seeing that he's struggling here a little bit tonight, still early on in the race, he's going to have plenty of time to try and make some ground. Hopefully he'll come away with a top 10 finish here tonight at Phoenix.
And we got a good battle right here. That's Jonathan Dominics in the 94 machine battling it out with Brian Day for the 12th position as they're door to door. And it looks like Day is going to hold on to the spot.
Yeah, Day had the advantage on entry, but he got a little bit tight in the center and slid up the track, and that's going to allow Dominics to get up underneath him and make the pass here on the back straightaway.
Yeah, that chili pop Canadian number 94 machine, Jonathan Dominics. And Joe, I was saying last night, it seems like every league has just one Canadian in it. No more, but there's always one, and that's Jonathan Dominics here tonight.
Yeah, the lone Canadian. So, ironic that we only have one. Not sure why we don't have more, but
they're not welcome.
Maybe they might not be welcome. Dominics he does have a temporary visa stay, so he's able to come out and race. So that's probably why it's so difficult to see some Canadians in the iRacing leagues.
That's a good point, Joe. They do say immigration's a little tough right now, so I think that's why. But we look at TJ Ivey in the 4th position. He's trying to hold off the glizzy gobbler Terrence Murphy, currently in 5th.
Yeah, he's the 29's going to have to be careful. You see the glizzy gobbler. He's right up underneath him, almost side by side. Looking to take a bite out of him right here as they come on to the back straight, well, front straightaway rather.
I guess that's technically the back straightaway now. It used to be the front straightaway, but who knows? It always throws me off too.
It does, because it's such an alternate start finish line. It's like right in the middle of turn 3 and 4. So,
and it's got to be the only oval on the circuit, I believe, where the pit road's on the back straightaway technically.
Yeah, I think you might be correct here. I mean, the only other caveat to that would be Bristol with the dual pit roads, one on the front and the back. But this is a awkward shaped track, awkwardly laid out as far as where the start finish lines are, but it always makes for exciting racing. It's going to constantly keep these drivers on their toes, keep them thinking as the 49 in the wall hard off of the turn 4.
Looking at this battle for the 14th position, we know Cinch McCoy's going to pop in the chat here eventually, and he's always wondering who's in 14th, and it was Brad Hogan, but not anymore. Right now up to 14th, Judge John Mathis.
Yeah, Judge Mathis, look out for his rulings tonight. If you get too far out in front, he just might end up holding some of these drivers in contempt and giving them a black flag.
I definitely agree with you, Joe. Judge John Mathis, he plays a little dirty. He's not the cleanest of judges, but we'll see how he does here tonight at Mooresville, North Carolina. But we jump back out front. Race leader Michael Harrington still has about a 9/10 of a second lead, so hasn't really moved much.
Yeah, that just means that the tires have kind of plateaued, right? There's not much more to get out of them, and at this point of the race, in order to gain track position, it's just going to be about consistency and hoping the guy in front of you makes a mistake that you can capitalize on.
Yeah, we look in the chat. We've got Connor Gerard chatting it up. We got Jesse Becker out there. Drunken Spider tuning in. Appreciate you joining us here tonight, Drunken. We are clean and green in the GOAT's Birthday Bash extravaganza. Just 9 laps left to go here in stage number 1. We haven't had a caution yet, Joe. This is kind of surprising.
Yeah, and I was almost certain we were going to get one off of the restart, or at least within the few opening laps. But these drivers doing a good job being reserved and not doing anything egregious early on in the race. As you see the sun starting to go down, track color has changed a little bit. Might start to cool off here, which will make it interesting later on in the race, especially when these guys get some fresh tires and have the grip to really push their cars.
Well, let's take the drone down, take a look at Girth Brooks right now, see how he's running. Girth sitting in a 21st position in that beautiful number 10 Jack Daniels Ford racing machine.
And Girth Brooks in the running for the Paint Scheme of the Night Award. He's got his Jack Daniels all day, white on black paint scheme, and looking pretty sweet in that thing, if I must say so myself.
Looks fast, Joe, but unfortunately, it's not very fast right now in the 21st position. Half the battle is looking fast.
You're right there, but if you look at the battle between the tortoise and the hare, it's slow and steady wins the race. So maybe Girth's got something behind the zipper there.
I think he's always got something behind the zippers, Joe. But hey, we got a battle right here. 8th position, Isaiah Adam Bomb Adams as the 29 of TJ Ivy gets into the wall. Ivy is dropping like a rock right now. We saw him running 4th recently. Well, now looks like he's falling back to 9th.
Yeah, I think that's just, the circumstances of the tires getting hot early on in the race, pushing them maybe just a little bit too hard, not saving enough like you should. And you can see these drivers just absolutely blowing his doors off as they go into turn 3, side by side with Chad White there. And Point Out's going to have a little bit of the advantage on the outside. If you see, he gets up into the wall, and White's going to cut down on the apron and come up for a left hook.
Well, he tried to take him out, but unfortunately, he's going to wash up the track a little bit, though. He's trying to put him in the loose stuff up top.
Yeah, and that's, one of the things that's, I'd say a con of being on the outside is you're at the mercy of the guy that's on your inside. If they're trying to run you up the track and keep you high, you can't turn down the way you want to, and you can't set the car for the corner correctly and end up just washing up the track, and that's exactly what we saw happen.
It looks like Douglas Ivy just threw a slide job for the 21st position. We got cars battling through the whole field, Joe. It doesn't matter if you're in first or you're in last. These guys are side by side everywhere. We got Adam Big Hog Hoagland in the 24th spot.
Is sporting a Ryan Blaney paint scheme. That's not a bad choice. I kind of like it, but he's got some company right there. He's got the 45 of Guerrero behind him that he's going to hopefully be able to pull away and increase his gap.
Right now we got a battle for last right here, Joe. It's Brad G duking it out with Tom Freitas right now in the 35th spot. Brad G, he doesn't want to run last.
No, I think what's even more exciting other than a wreck for the lead is a wreck for last place. So I want to see these guys get into it and really tear up the cars.
I do too, and I want to see some wrecks, Joe. We're clean and green here. We're almost done with stage 1 as Michael Harrington's still out front by 0.8 of a second.
Yeah, I think, you know what? I think I got something for him. Hold on 1 second. Hey, George! Yeah, get out there on the track and put some nails out. All right. Yeah, I think we're going to get that taken care of.
All right, Joe. Well, hey, it's the last lap around here for stage number 1. Michael Harrington looking good here. Final time around, coming out of turns 3 and 4. Or never mind, that's actually 1 and 2. Again, Phoenix throws me off, but down the backstretch for the final time, Joe.
Yeah, Harrington going to win stage 1 coming across the start-finish line. And Brzezowski and Vincent going to be your top 3. Murphy, Petty, McClurg, Adams, White, Graham, and TJ Ivy going to round out your top 10 here in stage number 1 in the Average Joe's Sim Racing League.
There
Goat's
is
Birthday Bash Extravaganza.
And there is the caution brought to you by HMS TV Radio, folks. This is our first caution of the night, and it is a planned one. This is some clean racing, 37 cars signed in. We just went green to checkered in stage 1, so we're going to take a quick break, folks, and don't you go anywhere. Click that like button, subscribe to the channel. We got a long way to go here tonight. The Goat's Birthday Bash Extravaganza continues here in just a couple minutes. We are back here at Phoenix, and we've got a new race leader, Joe. Nathan Brzezowski, I think, won the race off pit road, and he's going to lead the field to green this next time around.
Yeah, pit road plays a lot into the race. If you got a good pit crew and a good strategy, and they can get you in and out of your pit stop, in no time, that's definitely going to increase your chances. And we see here with the 97 of Brzezowski getting out in front, and control here is going to be key, as Brzezowski can really throw the dirty air on Harrington and slow him down. So we'll see how this restart goes, and get ready.
What is this cameraman doing, Joe? Oh gosh, he's dead.
Oh no, another one.
It's another one. Well, nonetheless, Joe, it's all good. We are lined up, ready to roll. It's Brzezowski on the inside, Harrington on the outside. Green flag back in the air here in the Birthday Bash Extravaganza.
Yeah, Brzezowski getting a good jump, but Harrington getting a decent jump as well. Not letting Brzezowski get so far out in front the way that he did in the beginning of stage number 1.
We're still clean and green, but it looks like Austin Guerrero might have been involved in an incident. Not sure what happened, but we're still rolling. There's the caution.
Caution is out. Yeah, maybe he maybe got sent up into the wall.
Well, Tom Freitas just involved in, I think, in another wreck here, Joe. We'll take a look here. This was after Austin Guerrero loops it around off the corner. Freitas just loses it and wham, hard into the wall.
Yeah, that's almost a day-ending thing, going head first in the wall, and that's going to screw up your suspension big time. So,
well, first wreck of the night, though, here. Brzezowski, your leader. You got Harrington second, Murphy third, then followed by Vincent and McClurg. And, Joe, not sure if you kept up with the average Joe's, I call it weekly soap opera, but in the chat, there's a big bet brewing this season. Brian Cook has bet Chris Mackey. Whoever finishes better in the points, the loser has to get a tattoo of them.
Wow.
Yeah, high stakes there.
That's like some of the Impractical Jokers type stuff that you got to do here. That's pretty intense.
Yeah, Brian Cook, I believe he's 11 points up on Mackey after Daytona. Mackey had a horrible race, ended up wrecking out. But Brian Cook, he's racing here. Mackey was unable to make it tonight. He had a scheduled outing or something somewhere. So Cook is trying to pad his points lead the most he can, and he's going to need every one of them.
Yeah, and the thing is, you make a bet, you got to own up to your end of it. So if either one of these guys, Cook or Mackey, they don't get that tattoo, man, you don't want to know what's going to happen to either of these guys. It's not going to be good.
They're not going to be in the league anymore, supposedly, as that's part of the bet. If you don't get the tattoo, you are gone. So going to be interesting how this whole season plays out. It's a long season, though, but I think Brian Cook, he is certainly the underdog in that bet, but we'll see what Brian can do.
Lights on the pace car are off. Going down the front or back straightaway, pick your poison there, and Brzezowski going to have control when we go green. He's got the Glizzy Gobbler starting behind him in row number 2, and as always, Harrington's going to be on the outside, and then behind Harrington, you've got number 6 of Terry Vincent. So it's going to be should be a pretty interesting restart here, as you see Harrington on the last restart didn't let Brzezowski get too far out in front.
And we're racked up, ready to roll here, Joe, heading into turn number 3. About to drop the hammer once again and go green. In the chat, we've got Steven Linger tuning in. Appreciate you joining us here tonight, Steven. Shared day out there pulling for Girth Brooks and All Day Racing, but we are racked up, ready to roll. Brzezowski on the inside, Harrington on the outside. Green flag back in the air here at Phoenix.
Decent restart by the front row. You see Brzezowski diving down on the apron, but Harrington just carried all that momentum from staying on track, able to get to the right rear of Brzezowski.
Better start by Harrington this run here, Joe, as he gets a run down the backstretch, looks to the inside here, heading into turn 3. Can Harrington take back the race lead?
Yeah, looks that way, Blake. A little bit of a door bang there from the number 8. And that's going to let him.
Oh, he doors the hell out of him.
Yeah, I was about to say get clear, because he was for a minute, but the 97 fought back and got gave him a shot in the right rear, and kind of backfired. As the 97 was the one that ended up in the wall.
Yeah, well, good news for him is he's not too hurt, so should be good to go. But I'm sure the 97 is not very happy after that one. But let's drop back a bit here, Joe. We got some battles through the whole field. Right here, Jonathan Dominic's sitting in that 10th spot trying to get around the 29 of TJ Ivy.
Yeah, Dominic's going to pull alongside of Ivy, and unfortunately not going to have enough to get past Ivy, but he's still right there at his bumper. So these guys are going to have to go at it for just another lap or two.
Well, here comes a 91 machine. Garrett Wiles from Ridgecrest, California, currently lives in Rapid City, South Dakota, as he kindly put for us on his profile, currently in 11.
You see the 91 going for a crossover here on the inside of Dominic's. Cutting down on the apron a little bit. That's not going to settle the car the way it needs to be on exit. And unfortunately, he'll have to file in behind the 94.
Well, Jesse Chip Graham here currently in the 8th position, duking it out with Isaiah Adambomb Adams. Now, more importantly, he's running 8th, which is solid, but he's more worried about that Connor Girard paint scheme of the night, and he is a finalist, Joe.
Yeah, if you're not going to be in contention for the race, at least you got to score some more bragging rights and at least score the paint scheme of the night or the 14th place award.
Absolutely. We'll keep an eye on that 14th place award here shortly, but Austin Oliver in that 23 machine finds himself in the 29th spot. Hopefully Mindy's in the chat somewhere. She loves Hutchinson Motorsports TV, and I hope she doesn't miss my birthday, or I will hold it against Austin.
Yeah, birthdays, man, that's something, man, I'll tell you this much. I've cut so many people off for not wishing me a happy birthday, so we hope everybody in the chat right now wishes Blake a happy birthday, because if not, you're getting blocked.
That is true. We will block you from the channel, and you also must subscribe. So we jump out front here. It's Michael Harrington in the race lead. Half a second lead on Berzowski. Third's going to be Terrence Murphy, the Glizzy Gobbler. Fourth, you got Terry Vincent. And rounding out your top 5, Nolan McClure. Good racing here so far, Joe. We just had that one wreck that brought out a caution.
Yeah, pretty much clean and green so far here tonight for the GOAT's birthday bash extravaganza, and shaping out to be a classic here for Average Joe Sim Racing League, as we see the 46 going up and high five in the wall right there. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about how these guys have been able to keep it clean, and it's coming down to more of a skill issue rather than luck.
Speaking of a skill issue, one of the bigger losers on the board is this guy right here. That's Chad White in the 28 machine. Chad is back in 24th, Joe, after starting near the front in 8th.
Yeah, Chad's he's gonna have to do something. I mean, you can't come out here week after week with the worst paint scheme and be slow. That's like adding insult to injury there for Chad.
Yeah, well, we'll see if he can figure it out here out of Loudon, Tennessee. Must have been a bad pit stop there for Chad, but he's got to pick it up for sure.
Yeah, maybe he just needs a little bit more goat power in that Ford Mustang.
Good news for him. Still a long way to go here as we are clean and green. Adam Big Hog Hoglin has just junked it. We're still green. No, let's see what happened. Here it is. So that's a 12 machine. Adam Hoglin, does he get some help? I don't think so. I think he's just going to lose it here, and there you go.
Man, he almost saved it.
Yeah, well, good news is we're still green as Michael Harrington out front, but here comes Berzowski. Race lead down to about a quarter of a second, Joe.
Yeah, I think Berzowski learned something after stage 1. That's one of the things that makes it interesting about stage racing is, you go out there, you do a fuel run, and you kind of learn how the car was reacting to your inputs, and then you make adjustments from there as far as your driving style. And Berzowski doing exactly that, as well as the Glizzy Gobbler, Terrence Murphy.
Oh, there's a caution. Trying to see what happened here. Looks like Brad Hoggett here involved. Let's take a look at what happened here to bring out this caution. That's the 00 machine on the outside. Off the corner here, hits the wall, and there's a car there, and wham. Oh.
Yeah, that was one of those look out at everybody, I turn now, and unfortunately, both drivers going to get some pretty significant damage.
There you go. That's how it was, folks. I'm sure the 7 of Brad G is not happy, but caution is out here, and looks like most of our drivers down pit road, but it looks like the race leader of Michael Harrington staying out. He's going to save a set of tires. Not sure about this call, but we'll find out how it goes.
Yeah, it looks like Harrington, one of the only few drivers staying out is it looks like Terry Vincent and Jeffrey Petty staying out as well, and that's going to be interesting on these on this third restart of the night.
Yeah, you know, saving a set of tires isn't a horrible thing, but they get 4 sets over the wall, Joe, and I just don't know if you're going to need to save one at this point, but I don't know. It might all work out. We will see, though, as the first one off pit road is Terrence Murphy with a 5.2 second stop. I believe that's going to be fuel only for most of these guys that pit, Joe.
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily say that's a bad strategy either. We do have, 150 laps to go, so coming down, getting some fuel, maybe extending your second run here, being able to get to the end without having to come down for a green flag stop, and not a bad decision. As we'll see what happens with Harrington, Vincent, and Petty staying out after this restart.
And according to my numbers, I crunched the numbers earlier, Joe, and they can go about 43 green flag laps on a tank of fuel. So Harrington and Vincent and Petty are going to have to pit by the end of this stage. Everybody else might be good the rest of the way.
Yeah, and it's also going to depend on, when the cautions come out, as opposed to, when he and everybody else pit. If the caution comes out late in the stage, I could almost imagine everybody's going to pit. If we get a caution around, let's just say lap 80 or so, I do almost see the whole field coming down for pit road, whether it's for tires and fuel or fuel only.
Yeah, there's no telling how the strategy is going to play out, Joe. That's the fun thing about racing is no strategy is confirmed to be the best one until that checkered flag waves. Uh-oh. Jesse Becker just sent a gift, ladies and gentlemen. He sent us 5 jewels with a dog treat. Thanks, Jesse. If you want to send some jewels, folks, open up your YouTube app on your mobile phone. You can click that purple gift thing and send some jewels. Everybody should have some, I believe. But, Joe, we're racked up and ready to roll. Pace car is in. It's Harrington on the inside, Vincent on the outside. Into the restart zone they go. Green flag back in the air.
Yeah, I don't know what Harrington's what his trick is as opposed to everybody else, because he's just absolutely rocketing off of these restarts and shooting out to a 0.3 of a second lead already.
Well, he's cheating, Joe, but hey, we got a 3-wide battle as we drop back. Michael Weaver with his best run of the season here so far, currently in the 7th position. Let's see if Weaver can wheel that 2 machine out front.
Yeah, he's got the 16, putting it right on the bumper of that blue Rado machine. Poking his nose on the inside. Both drivers going to be forced down on to the dog leg. But it's going to be the 2 that has the advantage going into turn number 1.
Sitting in the 7th spot as the 16 looks to get underneath him. Side by side, he's going to make the pass. He blows his doors off, actually.
Yeah, not sure what happened there for the 2. He kind of got stuck 3 wide there and just opted to come out of the gas and let them go by and not risk wrecking. Can't really blame him there. But it's going to cost him 3 spots.
Yeah, well, Joe, let's take a look at your screen. The HMS TV hard charger board. Look at Garrett Wiles up 30 positions since the start of this race. Started 34th. He's running 4th, 30 spots. Wow.
Yeah, that 91 machine, he's figured something out, between what he was able to do in the first stage and then what he's been able to do in his pit stops. His pit crew has been doing a really good job getting those tires on and fueled up and getting them out of his box in less than 9 seconds.
Don't look now, John Sheen also up 15 positions in the 22nd position. But, hey, Joe, when you start about dead last, you're going to be somewhere on the hard charger board.
Yeah, absolutely. And, Trap House, they were pretty dominant as well in Daytona last week. And, you've got one running up front. You've got another one running just outside the top 20. And, maybe it's just not Sheen's day, or maybe he's waiting to pull a rabbit out of a hat and do a magic trick here late in the race. But we shall see as Trap House Racing running pretty strong in these last 2 races.
TJ Ivy looking good here so far, but last run, Joe, we saw him look fast the first, 20 laps or so, and then he dropped like a rock. So hopefully he can maybe adjust and save some tires here this time.
Yeah, that's absolutely something you have to do with the short tracks. Excuse me. So hopefully Ivy is, ripped a page out of the stage 1 book and is going to apply some changes and some more tire saving strategies here in stage number 2. He's sitting in a good spot, sitting in 4th. And, the lead is not too far out of reach, especially since he's right behind McClurg and Terry Vincent.
Yeah, now TJ Ivy, one thing to remember, Joe, he went down pit road on that last caution and he burnt another set of tires. Only a few drivers took that second set of tires and he was one of them. So TJ Ivy might be feeling good right now and fast, but might be paying the price later on, only having 2 sets remaining the rest of the way.
Blake, it's always a gamble, right? Sometimes they pay off, sometimes they don't. But with just about 95 laps or so in this race, I think 2 tire sets might, if in theory will get you to the end in pretty good shape. But as we all know, late race cautions are a thing here on iRacing, and if you get caught out there at the end without a set of tires, man, you are just SOL.
Absolutely, and Nolan McClurg in the second spot. Joe, he took fresh tires on that last stop as well. So Harrington out there on old tires and less fuel than everybody. And then you got second place Nolan McClurg with the fresh tires, TJ Ivy fresh tires, Terry Vincent on the old fuel and tires as well.
Yeah, if I'm the number 8 of Harrington, I'm not really concerned. Like I said, if we get a caution later on in the race, he'll have a set as opposed to some of these other guys who don't. And, you really want that set of tires if you get a late race caution, and God forbid a green-white checker. And, we've seen stranger things happen. And, coming down to the wire, I want to be the one that's on fresh tires and be able to just blow by everybody.
Yeah, now the bad thing for Harrington, if this thing stays green through the stage, Joe, he's going to have to pit under green. And at Phoenix, that means you're going at least 1 lap down, and that could ruin his night.
Yeah, especially with our new race leader now, Nolan McClurg. He's not going to have to pit under green, so that's going to keep Harrington down a lap until the stage break, and he'll have to take a lucky dog or a wave around to get back on the lead lap, which will put him down in the back of the field.
Yeah, and again, varying strategies. You got McClurg and Ivy out front. They've got fresh tires. They burnt an extra set. Then you have Harrington and Vincent on less fuel than everybody. Brzezowski also on new tires as well, Joe. So Brzezowski, he was leading this race earlier. Not a great pit stop, and now has worked himself back up to 5th with just 2 sets left.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how these drivers navigate this track and, talk with their crew chiefs and chat and figure out exactly what their car needs in order to contend for the win here. As you see Brzezowski working on Vincent there for the 4th spot, and he's going to actually clear Vincent. But we're going to take a quick look here. Jeffrey Petty is going to challenge Isaiah Adams for that number 8 spot as they get almost side by side out of turn number 2.
Look at the focus on Jeffrey Petty, that DuPont number 24 machine from Fayetteville, Tennessee, sitting pretty here in the top 10. Beautiful looking Ghost number 24. Garth Brooks making some moves, though. Looks like he's up to the 14th spot. He wants Connor Gerard to pick him for the paint scheme of the night, but he's got some tough competition here tonight for sure.
Yeah, maybe Garth Brooks can end up with the paint scheme of the night and the 14th place award, but we all know that he wants more than that. So we're going to keep an eye on him and see if he can't make his way up to the front, come away with a solid finish here at Phoenix.
We got a battle for the 14th place here as Ryan McClurg makes the pass. He's trying to take home that big trophy here, Joe, but let's take a look here at Michael Harrington. We pull up your fuel meter. Take a look here at this, folks. Give me a moment, and here it is. All right, he's running pretty low on fuel. There you go. That fuel gauge getting a little bit lower than Harrington wants to see.
Yeah, Harrington going to have to come down at some point for fuel. And that's definitely not something that you want to see, especially with the guys out in front of you having more fuel and going to be able to make it to the end. So
and take a look at your HMS TV pit strategy board. Ryan McClurg and TJ Ivy both pit 18 laps ago. Harrington 37 laps ago. Brzezowski also 18, and then Vincent 37, and a few more 18. So varying strategies through a majority of the field. Going to be interesting to see which one is the right one. But for now, it looks like Harrington and Vincent might be kind of screwed.
yeah, Connor Gerard's got a good point in the chat. He says, honestly, this might come down to who wants to win it more. And
It's true.
you know, that's I mean, it's true on all aspects in any sport. But one thing you have to do is you have to not let that want for the win to overshadow your driving abilities and, you know, force you to do something that causes you to burn off your tires.
Well, Joe, I mean, it's simple. All you got to do is just be there at the end, and you can take them out if you got to.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a point there. You know, it's just a penalty. So, you know, when it comes down to it, a win is a win. If you got to take a penalty for it, then, you know, just own up to it.
Absolutely. Well, hey, Brian Matthews, he's always known for having a good-looking car, and nothing new here. That 77 Buffalo Trace machine, a little slow here tonight, not going to lie, but it's looking good. Let's go down trackside, take a look at this 77 machine. Look at this thing, Joe.
Yeah, the Buffalo Trace, man, always a staple and a go-to if you're a bourbon guy.
Absolutely, and maybe Brian Matthews is on some Buffalo Trace here tonight because he doesn't have very much speed in 23rd.
You can see the 47 there almost cutting the nose off of the 77. It's almost a battle of the sevens, and yeah, just gonna have to play it safe and you know, not put yourself in a position where, you know, a guy in front of you is you know, doing whatever the heck he wants to do and could potentially take you out of the race.
Well, let's take a look at this number 4 machine. Justin McCurdy had some beautiful shots done by HMS TV Cinematography last week. We've got a different scheme out here tonight. Let's take a closer look out of Ada, Oklahoma. And Joe, I was actually just in Oklahoma a few days ago.
Well, how about that, man? Yeah, I've been to Oklahoma a few times. I've been to Oklahoma City, and I've been to a little town called Muskogee, which is a tribal land town. We've got a caution.
Blake Hewlett involved. Let's take a look at what happened here, Joe. 87 a Hewlett. This looks like it might be a self-spin. We're going to find out, though. And there it is. So that's going to bring out the caution here. And that, I tell you what, that basically saves Michael Harrington's race, Joe.
Yeah, it absolutely does, because now it's going to be a leapfrog, right? The front runners right now, you know, they've got enough to stay out to the end of the stage, but you know, they're going to have to make a decision if they want to just come down for fuel. But this is definitely not a spot where you want to burn you know, your third set of tires.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I think McClurg and Ivy and Brzezowski, they basically have to stay out. You can't burn a set of tires, and they're going to do so. So down pit road goes Harrington and Vincent, as well as Garrett Wiles, with Isaiah Adams and Jeffrey Petty. So we're going to take a quick break, folks. Don't you go anywhere. We're just about halfway done here. Average Joe's Sim Racing League action, the GOAT's Birthday Bash extravaganza will continue here shortly. We'll be right back. We are back here at Phoenix, racked up and ready to roll, but something we want to tell you folks at home about. Joe, have you heard much about the Rabbit Hole podcast?
I have actually listened to a few of their podcasts, and they've got something really good going on over there.
Yeah, they do. Well, check them out, rabbitholepodcast.com. Down the rabbit hole, we got conspiracies, all kinds of stuff. Whether you want to talk about it or not, they push the issues, folks, and check them out. rabbitholepodcast.com. That's Jay Rushing putting that show on. Always fun to watch, but we're racked up, ready to roll. It's going to be McClurg on the inside, Ivy on the outside, green flag in the air. The GOAT's birthday bash is back underway.
McClurg getting a good jump, but field pretty pretty disciplined. Double foul back, no 3 wide action going through turns 1 and 2.
Looks like down the backstretch they briefly go 3 wide, so we'll keep an eye on. That's Corbett Raker right now in that 47 machine, and the 49 almost gets turned.
44 was out for blood there and almost sends Judge Mathis around.
Oh,
He's going to have to get the bailiffs out here to take control of this track right now.
this is a war right now. Judge John Mathis, he's going to have to lay out some judgments here later, Joe, because he almost got jumped.
Yeah, I could almost expect at some point Mathis is going to give it back to the 44, but we'll see how it plays out.
And the verdict is back, and it's guilty, Joe, so we're going to keep an eye on it for sure as Chad White is up to the 10th position, duking it out with the 17 machine.
Yeah, they were 3 wide there for a minute as the 15 of Isaiah Adambaum Adams gets a few spots there, gets a 2 for 1 in turns 1 and 2.
Oh, caution is out here, Joe. We only have about 10 laps left to go before the stage, and Girth Brooks involved in a wreck. Let's see what happened.
Yeah, looks like Girth Brooks and Dominic's 4 wide off the corner right there.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate.
And Girth Brooks just not able to
Look
save
out,
it right
Arca
there.
break from hell happens there, Joe. I believe that's the double zero. Oh, my goodness. Let's see this, Joe. Let's hop on board with the double zero. Here's Brad Hoggett. Take a look here in the corner. He says, look, up top, we got some clear track, and you don't.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my gosh. Brad Hoggett finishes off the Canadian of Jonathan Dominics, and hopefully Dominics is all right after that one.
Yeah, Dominic's might have been in good shape with just a little bit of damage, but after the Arca break from the double zero, it's going to pretty much end both of their nights. And, the question I have is whose payroll is the double zero of Brad Hoggett on? Because he just did them a favor taking out Jonathan Dominics.
Yeah, he is, and there's some chatter here. We're trying to decide if they're throwing the stage break or not. I'm assuming they're not, but they were considering doing the new NASCAR 10-lap rule for a stage, and I'm still listening in, Joe. Still not sure. Looks like no, we are not. So it has to be within 5 laps. So we are not going to have the stage break. That's going to be at the end of lap 93. You're going to rack them up. It's McClurg, your race leader, and real quick, Larry McReynolds wants to tell you something. What do you got, Larry?
Hi, I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchinson Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Hutchinson Motorsports TV is back. The lights are bright and the stands are packed.
Todd Gilliland here. You're tuned into the world's #1 streaming service, Hutchinson Motorsports TV. Make sure to like, subscribe, and join the Discord channel so you never miss a moment of the action. Did America's crew chief already tell you that?
And we're back here at Phoenix. We're going to line them up once again. This is caution number 5. We're going to throw another caution here in just about 5 or 7 laps. Joe, it's McClurg on the inside, Berzowski on the outside still.
Yeah, these cautions are going to save these guys staying out, not coming down and burning another set of tires. But, yeah, you've got Harrington out there going to be coming for blood here, so we'll see just exactly how much these drivers are able to fend off Harrington and company. We've got a lot of fast race cars up here in the first 3 rows.
Lined up door to door, green flag back in the air, sponsored by HMS TV here at Phoenix.
And the 97 Brzezowski gets a monster of a jump there on the restart. Get up to the right rear of McClurg.
McClurg holds on for now. That's TJ Ivey into third, and Akari King Wright has inserted himself out front up 31 positions. Joe, he is your hard charger for now.
Yeah, haven't heard much out of the number 11 tonight, but he's done a really great job getting up there inside the top 10 and looking like he's going to send it here and try and go even further.
Now, Michael Harrington trying to take the stage win. He's got the fresher tires, but the question on my hand, Joe, Harrington's got a tough decision. What do you do when this stage break comes out? Do you want to burn that third set? Because he's only got, I don't know, what, 10 to 15 laps on these tires? Or do you just go down and get fuel only and save an extra set?
Yeah, if I'm Harrington, I'm just coming down and getting fuel and going to take a little bit of a gamble and hope we get a few more cautions later on in the race, and it'll give him a chance to come down and get some fresh tires, as the rest of the drivers will need to do the same.
I think you're going to see Harrington take it easy the rest of this stage. He's got the lead. He doesn't really have to worry about any of these guys getting around him. So if I'm Harrington, I'm saving my tires right now. And then, like you said, I'm going down getting fuel only this pit stop coming up.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a half of a second, now 0.6 of a second lead, and that's kind of the sweet spot of where you want to be. If you start to push and shoot out to, a 1.5 second lead this early on into a run, it's going to burn your tires up. They're going to really win. So this is kind of where Harrington's going to want to stay. Just keep an eye on the relative. Don't pay too much attention to it, and just make sure that you make the right moves and throw the air off the car when you need to.
We got a good battle for the third position. That's Isaiah Adambaum Adams in the 15 machine looking to make the pass for third, and it looks like he's got it here. 3 laps left to go in stage number 2.
Yeah, coming on the wire here in stage number 2, Harrington looking to sweep both the stages. Can he do a repeat of what Blevins did last week in Daytona and sweep both the stages and come away with the win?
I think he is going to be a favorite, Joe. He's in a good position with his tires, and he's out front now. So we're going to wait and see, though. It's going to be about 1.5 laps left to go here in the stages. Girth Brooks back up to 13th after being turned earlier. Go out front here. Michael Harrington, just like I said there, he is doing exactly that. He's saving his tires. He just wants to make sure Garrett Wiles doesn't get in front of him, as this is the last lap around here in stage number 2.
Yeah, and Wiles isn't so far up. Excuse me. He's not too far back to where Harrington can't throw the dirty air blocks and keep him back there. So, but he's going to come around and take the white flag here, stage number 2.
Checkered flag there.
Yeah, you're checking it right. It's a green and white. I always forget that they don't throw a white flag for the stage breaks.
Yeah, well, there's your stage 2 winner of Michael Harrington. He's going to sweep the stages here tonight. He's got an extra set of tires for most of the field. You got Wiles in second with Adams rounding out your top 3. But, folks, we're going to take a quick break. Go HMS TV side by side. Don't you go anywhere if you haven't done it. Click the like button on the video. Subscribe to the channel. It's the GOAT's birthday tonight. We'll be right back.
Happy birthday to the GOAT. Yeah. Some men were born to drive 'em. Some men were born to wrench. Some were born to sit at home and holler from the bench. But God looked down one Thursday night, said racing needs a voice, so he gave Blake a microphone. And brother, what a choice. He can make against the wall, you know what's coming down. Turn that volume up, put the cold beer on ice. Woo! 'Cause Hutchinson Motorsports TV is live tonight. Happy birthday to the GOAT, the greatest on the air. #1 streaming service, anywhere, everywhere. When somebody sends it 3 wide and that whole damn field goes bam, there's only one man for the call. Happy birthday, Blake. Yeah, everybody knows. Woo! When it comes to calling racing, you're the GOAT. He's junk, comes through the speakers, he's slow, comes right behind. Blake's got absolutely zero fear of speaking what's on his mind. He'll roast you when you're running bad, hop you when you're fast, and somehow make a caution lap feel like the final pass. Other streams got cameras, other streams got shows, but there's levels to this business, boys, and everybody knows. Happy birthday to the GOAT, the greatest on the air. #1 streaming service, anywhere, everywhere. When somebody sends a 3 wide and that whole damn field goes bam, there's only one man for the call. Happy birthday, Blake. Yeah, everybody knows. When it comes.
We are racked up and ready to roll. Harrington on the inside, Wiles on the outside, green flag into the air here at Phoenix. Into turn
Harrington
1,
doing-
Harrington out front. Go ahead, Joe. What are you seeing?
No, I was just gonna say Harrington
Oh, they're
doing what
junking it.
Harrington does,
Oh,
and they've junked it in turn 2.
wow, it's
I
a
think 4 or
pile.
5 cars involved in that.
Well, let's see what happened. Brian Matthews involved and many others. The 77 machine, he gets caught up in some other wrecks there. And you see down low, it's just a domino effect. The 4 gets absolutely destroyed, I believe, by Doug Ivey.
Yeah, the 4 just decides that he's gonna try and end the 5 tonight, and
Here it is.
just
Take a
comes
look.
up and just straight up left hooks him.
33 of Ivy just doors the hell out of them into the 5, and wham, there you go. 77 going to have some catastrophic damage there, and the 88 just hits him for no reason.
Yeah, you got a little arc break right there, adding some insult to injury, and starting to look a little bit more like bumper cars late in the race. Everybody wants to get those positions, and these restarts. They say caution breeds cautions, and we've seen that here on the last 2 restarts.
Yeah, we take a look here at your pit strategy board there, folks. Again, Harrington, Adams, and Wiles, they stayed out. They're saving that set of tires. Now, McClurg and Ivy, the first ones on the fresh tires. You got Brzezowski as well. So varying strategies. You got some guys sitting on an extra set of tires, which might come in handy late in this race.
Yeah, absolutely, and these cautions are going to help out these front runners here, and as well as everybody else in the field is going to keep the tires fresh, and eliminate the need for having to come down for tires and fuel. So we've got 57 laps to go here, so looks like just one more stop until the end of the race. But if we keep getting cautions, that could shake things up just a little bit here, Blake.
Yeah, I think your top 3, they're counting on a late caution, Joe, because, everybody's going to have to pit here in the next, 30, 40 laps or so. But what you're counting on sitting on that set of tires is a late caution with, 5 to 10 laps left to go, and then you can charge through the field.
Yeah, absolutely. And, a little bit more of a shakeup up in the front. You've got John Sheen now inside the top 10 up there in the number 6 spot. And, I think George has finally gotten out there and put the nails on the track. And that's why we've had these 2 cautions back to back. So I think I'm going to get him out there and have him clean them up. So this way we can stay green.
Probably a good plan, Joe. Let's see what'll happen the rest of the way. Just going to be 56 laps left to go once we cross this line this time around. But again, it's going to be Harrington on the inside, Adams on the outside, Phoenix Motor Speedway on your feet, off your seats. The GOAT's Birthday Bash Extravaganza is going back green. Green flag into the air.
It looks like a little bit more of a reserve start for Harrington as Garrett Wiles is right there. Tries to send it down on the bottom. Not going to have the juice to get there. That's going to allow TJ Ivy. And contact there. Oh! Contact again. And they're junking it.
Oh, man. Ivy is not happy with Wiles, I'm sure. And another parking lot on the backstretch. Caution number 8 is out, Joe. Let's see this replay here. Here's John Sheen. We're going to see the nose cam right here. You can see exactly what happens. Wreck starts there. Nowhere for Sheen to go. He tries to slam the brakes. He hits the hell out of him, and he gets junked.
Yeah, I gotta get George. Hold on. George! Get out there and get the nails off. They're wrecking like crazy now.
Well, while he does that, let's look at Brad Hogan here, if he gets another ARCA brake or not. Looks like Brad's going to slow it down this time, though. Good job, Brad. So there you have it. We got some guys going down pit road, Joe. Brian Day, TJ Ivy, David Forge, Terry Vincent, some others. And most of the field going to stay out, though. So let's take just a short break. Don't you guys go anywhere. This race getting pretty crazy. Who's going to bring home the GOAT's Birthday Bash Extravaganza grand prize here tonight? We'll see. Be right back. We are back here at Phoenix. Pace cars infield is set. It's Adams on the outside, Harrington on the inside. Joe, are we going to get some green flag laps?
Yeah, I'm hoping so. The nails are up off the track now, so now if they wreck, it's going to be on them.
Green flag's in the air. Let's see if we can get some laps in, Joe. 53 to go. 52 now.
Yeah, you've got the 11 of Akari King right there, making a move on the inside of the number 15 of Isaiah Adambomb Adams.
Got Chad White right there behind him here, sitting in the 4th position is Akari King right. Let's see if they can work their way up front. 52 to go. If it stays green, everybody just has to pit one more time. Harrington out front, though, Joe, a 0.6 of a second lead on Nolan McClurg. Harrington looking good on these slightly older tires.
Yeah, Harrington would almost think he's going to start to... Oh, excuse me, my mic was messing up. I was almost like...
Caution's out again.
You know, unbelievable.
Looks like Terry Vincent involved in that one. Let's see what happened here, Joe. This is the 9th caution of the night. Here it is. Terry Vincent in the 6 machine. Up the track. The 94 might have came down a smidge there. I don't know. You guys be the judge at home. Let us know what you think. See it one more time. Here it is. What do you think, Joe?
Yeah, let's take a look here. The 6 just sliding up. I think that's just a racing incident. Both drivers. You got Dominic's trying to stay off the wall, and you've got Vincent that's just trying to slide up and get the right exit angle. And when neither driver wanting to give up an inch, that's just gonna be a racing deal.
It looks like the top 16 going to stay out on track, and then everybody else comes down pit road. It's Stephen Blevins, Ryan McClurg, Nate Berzowski, and some others. So things are getting interesting with these pit strategies, but most of our race leaders, they're staying out.
Yeah, this is doing absolutely nothing but helping the front runners right now. Is they can get the tires cooled off and have some more grip, on these restarts. And the best thing for this field is to do their best to try and keep it green, force these guys to use up their stuff, and hopefully be able to do something to get around them.
Yeah, we know we can go about 43 laps on a green flag tank. So even with cautions, I mean, if you pit now, Joe, I think you're good to go the rest of the way. So, looking back, I mean, if I'm Michael Harrington, you got that extra set of tires. Maybe he should have just went ahead and pitted here, and if a late caution happened, he'd still be good.
Yeah, that might not have been a bad strategy, right? Because I do think he's still got 2 sets of tires left. So, might not have been a bad idea. But if you think about it in hindsight, 2020, if he pits and takes some tires, he's right there in the back where all the chaos is happening. So,
exactly.
This might just be the best case scenario for him.
Yeah, and he is holding pace right now. McClurg with fresher tires can't get around him right now. So I definitely don't blame him for staying out. But I think if you see another caution here in the next 5-10 laps, you definitely might see that 8 machine head down. But we'll find out here. It's going to be Harrington on the inside, McClurg on the outside. Row 2, you got Akari King-Wright and Isaiah Adams.
And you can see Akari King-Wright setting up right on the back bumper of Harrington. Wants to get the best launch he can get, wants to react as soon as he sees that rear end of Harrington's buckle down as Harrington goes to take off. So it's starting to get in that point of the race where stuff starts to get dicey and a little bit more aggressive.
Joe, we're going to hop on board with Adam Big Hog Hogland out of Rockford, Illinois, as we go green here into the radio replay restart zone. Green flag back in the air. 47 laps left to go here at Phoenix.
Yeah, and Akari King-Wright doing exactly what I thought he was going to do, getting to the inside of Harrington here on the restart, but Harrington ripping that outside. And same for the 16 of Nolan McClurg. Both these guys having the momentum, getting around Akari King-Wright, and we've got another caution.
Hunter Haskell involved. You got Stephen Blevins, John Sheen, Fred Chase, and Joe, that's it right in the back, right where we said where the 8 machine would have been if he pitted. So let's see what happened. Hunter Haskell in that 88. Let's see if he gets a little bit of help here. Goes in the corner. Oh, my gosh. I thought he was going to murder him, and he kind of did. It's a good-looking car, though, I will say, but unfortunately, he just junked the field.
And Dominic's getting rear-ended, too, in that exchange. And that's wreck number 3 he was involved in.
Hunter Haskell just flat-out junked that 4-1 machine of John Sheen, and you got a couple of innocent bystanders involved as well. So caution is out. What is this, number 10 or 11? Number 10. Now down pit road, there is Harrington, Joe.
Yeah, I mean, you called it right on the money there. Harrington going to come down and get fresh tires, and same for a few other drivers as well. You've got Hogan coming down, the number 24 of Petty. So yeah, not a bad call for any of these drivers. As I'm not sure that the cautions are done. So if they can gain a few spots before the cautions come out each time, they'll be back up front in no time. But race leader again, Nolan McClurg.
Yeah, 17 laps out. Most of them have been under yellow, so not sure how far they'll be able to make it on fuel. My guess is probably about 50 laps or so. We'll find out. So should be good another 30-plus laps before they have to pit. And the way things are going right now, Joe, I wouldn't anticipate a long green flag run right here.
Yeah, and these cautions are going to help these guys out as far as fuel saving, be able to get, possibly an extra 5 or 6 laps out of the tank. But, yeah, if it stays green, some of these guys might be in trouble, especially the guys that did not pit. But, for Harrington and Petty and the rest of the drivers that went and pit, they'll be good on fuel for the rest of the race.
Yeah, now it's going to be interesting what Michael Harrington does here. Is he going to try to charge through the field as quick as he can, or is he just going to kind of cruise around knowing everybody has to pit? Not sure what the right strategy is. I mean, if you're Harrington, you definitely don't want to hang out in the back, especially the way these wrecks are going. So a little bit risky right now. It's going to get interesting.
Yeah, now we've got Akari King Wright on the front row. Chad White slides up at a number 3 spot, as well as the 99 Clarence Bonner, the third, going to be in row number 2.
Keep an eye on that 99 machine. He's been sneaky fast here tonight. Let's see if he can work up an extra row or 2 here. Going to restart 4th as the pace car is in. Field is set. McClurg is on the inside. You got King Wright on the outside as they roll towards the radio replay restart zone. Phoenix, on your feet, off your seats. Green flag back in the air.
McClure getting an awesome restart as they're starting to fan out, 3 wide behind him.
Great battles here, side by side. Chad White trying to take over the second spot from his teammate, I believe, of Akari King Wright as they go down the backstretch. King Wright holds on to second. Meanwhile, look at Michael Harrington. He's passing cars left and right with those fresh tires. I think he's answered the question I had. He's working through the field as quick as he can.
Yeah, Harrington up into the number 11 spot after restarting about 15th. So within the first 2 laps, he's gained about 4 spots, and he'll absolutely be climbing the leaderboard as he's going to have 17 lap fresher tires than the rest of the guys in the field.
He is making quick work here as we jump back out front. It's Nolan McClurg holds on to the race lead. You got King Wright trying to hold off Chad White for second, and right there with him is Clarence Bonner.
Number 12 of Hoagland has worked his way up into the top 5 for the first time tonight, sitting there on the bubble in 5th.
Good run for Hoagland right now here out of Rockford, Illinois. Behind him, you got Michael Weaver. He's had a quietly good day here tonight in that 2 machine in 6th. Michael Harrington up to 7th. He is going to continue to gain some spots here behind them. You got Brian Cook running 8th. He's trying to get a good points day here to pad his lead on Chris Mackey so he can get so Chris Mackey can get a Brian Cook tattoo later on.
Yeah, a lot of these drivers, it seems that they're pushing it a little bit too much. You see Douglas Ivey there smacking the wall out of 2 and then smacking the wall again out of 4. Same with the 91 of Garrett Wiles. Both these drivers getting into the wall on back-to-back laps.
It's like these drivers have cooled off a little bit here. They're not junking each other left and right like they were for a bit. But how about Nathan Berzowski? We saw him lead some laps early on in this race. He was one of the best 2 cars all night long. Well, something happened about halfway through the race. He sucks now.
Yeah, I believe he got it, was part of one of those incidents, just suffering a little bit of minor damage. But I think this came down to pit strategy for Brzezowski and just getting stuck in the rear of the field and not being able to make up any ground.
Yeah, well, he's going to work now, currently in the 17th position, but Nolan McClurg feeling good, almost a second lead on Chad White, who's taking over that second spot. So Chad with his best run of the night here so far. Let's check out this beautiful car one more time.
I think for McClurg, you get into these situations where you don't want to push your car too much to expand your lead. But with the way Harrington is climbing through the field now, up into 3rd, he's going to want to try and get as far out in front of Harrington as he possibly can, because one way or another, Harrington will be there at the end.
Well, we were going to take the drone down for a flyby, but looks like it is not happening here. Drone battery's dead. Joey didn't charge him last week.
Damn it. I'm going to blame George on that one. He's just been screwing up all night. First, I just told him to put a little bit of nails out, and he put a whole damn box out there. Then he didn't get out of there in time to clean them up, and now the drone battery's not charged. Man,
yeah, rough race here. But hey, nonetheless, Jeffrey Petty in the 11th position out of Fayetteville, Tennessee. But let's take a look at your HMS TV hard charger board. Top of the board, Akari Kingwright in the 6th position. Let's see if Akari can keep things rolling here.
Yeah, he's fallen back a little bit. He did restart second or third, I believe, and yeah, he's lost some ground here. Tires could be playing a factor for the number 11.
Well, keep an eye on this guy right here, Michael Harrington. He's got the fresh tires here into the 3rd spot, has made it around Clarence Bonner, so he's going to go to work on Chad White, who is trying to reel in Nolan McClurg in the race lead.
Yeah, and I think the best case scenario right now for McClurg is for this race to finish under green flag conditions, as another caution is going to bring everybody down pit road, and that'll keep Harrington up front real close on the restart, and that's where Harrington has really made up a bunch of his spots.
I tell you what, Joe, I'm sure Chris Mackey has popped in here a time or two, and he's probably sweating it, wondering how Brian Cook's running. He's like, oh, well, Cook's probably going to run 25th tonight. Well, that's not the case. Brian Cook trying to get a top 5 here at Phoenix. What a run for him.
Yeah, Cook is up 15 spots, so he's really charged up the ladder here, and he's been sitting inside the top 10 for quite some time now.
Meanwhile, Girth Brooks getting around the 11 machine. Akari Kingwright is dropping like a rock here. He was out front there briefly, and now he is just in the way. He's a rolling chicane right now.
Yeah, everybody having a fight around him as he's clearly off the pace, and you've seen the 24th Petty get around him as well, and now Akari Kingwright falling out of the top 10, sitting in 11th right now.
Let's go out front here to Nolan McClurg, your race leader. You got Chad White about half a second behind him, and then Michael Harrington with the fresh tires about 1.4 seconds behind these two.
Yeah, 30 to go. Even if we stay green, still plenty of time for Harrington to make up ground. He's cut about a second off, down to just under a second and a half now on the leader, and yeah, just late race drama. Who knows what's going to happen? But Harrington absolutely on the charge, as McClurg is going to do everything he can to hang on to this lead.
Clarence Bonner and Judge John Mathis, as well as Austin Oliver down pit road. We got some green flag pit stops happening, Joe. We'll have to keep an eye out.
Yeah, a lot of these drivers not having the fuel to make it, and McClurg might be one of those drivers in that same boat. Can't say the same for Harrington, as he should have the fuel to make it to the end, but it's going to be extremely interesting to see how these final 30 laps play out here at Phoenix.
Now, if this thing happens to stay green somehow the rest of the way, we know Harrington's good on fuel. It looks like Garrett Wiles is going to be good on fuel there in the 7th position. And you got Jeffrey Petty also pit on lap 111. So those are the top 3 that are going to be able to make it the rest of the way if it does stay green. Question is, Joe, if you're out here, what are you thinking? I mean, are you just going to stay out here? Again, it's Phoenix. You don't want to go a lap or 2 down. Or do you just kind of stay out there with your fingers crossed and hope for a late caution? Or do you pit?
No, I'm holding on for dear life and not pitting until I absolutely have to, even if that means running out as I pull into my pit stall, because, as you know, we've seen it where drivers have come down and pit, and then a caution comes out, and that's definitely not where you want to be late race.
Yeah, well, these drivers, they've got about 30 laps on these tires they're running, and tire fall off, I mean, there is some fall off. It's a little bit over a second right now, 1 to 1.2 seconds for most of these guys, so that's a significant amount, I'd say, at a shorter track like Phoenix. So going to get interesting. If it does stay green, you obviously want to pit earlier than too late, because you're going to lose a lot of time. But again, if that late caution flies, you're screwed.
Yeah, it's tires are
caution.
gonna,
There it is.
We were just talking about it. So these drivers that went ahead and pit, they're absolutely screwed. As we see the 00 of Hogan up into the wall.
Take a look.
I believe
here.
this is going to be a self spin.
Oh my God, a self spin, Joe. What are you talking about?
I did not see that coming.
He got murdered. My goodness, the 70 just absolutely destroyed him. They should get him off the track. That was dirty. Look at this, Joe. Look, a haymaker from hell. Wham! My goodness.
I don't know what he was thinking. I think he, I don't know, maybe he was upset from a previous incident, but he just came off that dog leg and just, he sent it.
Now, Joe, you're going to see everybody pit here in bad news, though, for Michael Harrington. He had that extra set of tires. Well, now it doesn't matter. He's pitting with everybody else anyways.
Yeah, we knew it was going to happen. We were talking about if we got a caution. I said everybody was going to come down pit road, and that's exactly what happened. Is we're going to see who wins the race off of pit road. It's going to be the 16, but Harrington's going to restart third, and that is not what Nolan McClurg wants to see in his rearview mirror.
Garrett Wiles looks like he either did fuel only or 2 tires. He had a shorter stop than everybody, so we'll keep an eye on that 91. But we have some radio replay traffic. Looked like Brian Day. He had an apology here.
Sorry, 00.
Brian Day apologizes to the 00, rightfully so. But, hey, it happens, Joe. Let's take just a short break. Don't you go anywhere. We've got just about, 23 laps remaining here. We'll be right back in just about 30 seconds. We are back here at Phoenix. Pace cars in. It's McClurg on the inside, Wiles on the outside. But keep an eye on that 8 machine of Michael Harrington, as what is going on is there's a horrible lineup there on the outside, and we're going to delay the start lap, it looks like.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a mix-up from those drivers taking the wave around. It seems like every time there's drivers that take a wave around, iRacing just doesn't know what to do. It's going to tell you to pass somebody, then as soon as you pass them, it's going to tell them to let them by. And, good job by the admin team here, realizing that and extending the caution 1 lap so the field can get where they need to be.
I think you're right, Joe. It's better there just to take the extra lap around and get things right, because if you start there, it's just going to be pure madness, and you're probably going to see a wreck. So pace car is going to head back in. Again, it's McClurg and Wiles out front. Again, Wiles had about a 6.5-second pit stop, so he either did 2 tires or he did none. So he might be a little bit off pace. We're about to find out. Lined up door to door, heading into the radio replay restart zone. McClurg, your race leader. The fans are on their feet, off their seats. Green flag back in the air here again.
Both of our front runners getting a good restart, but you see Harrington right there ducking, dipping, diving, and dodging, trying to find something to get around the leaders. As you see, the number 16 of McClurg get a little loose off of the exit of turn number 2 as the 91 almost cuts the nose of Harrington off.
Yeah, it looked like Harrington might have got bumped a little bit by the 91. That put him off pace a tad, but he goes back to work here. Still plenty of time. 20 laps remain as Harrington looks to the outside. You got Chad White in 4th behind him.
Yeah, the 91 got tight there, and we've got another caution. Let's see who was
Brian Cook
involved in that. Damn.
Here it is, Brian Cook, and wham, hard to the wall. That's unfortunate. A great race going. Looks like some others get involved. There's another wreck up here, too. And Brian Cook finishes the job on the 77. Yeah. That was dirty.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
There's a brawl out there tonight here at Phoenix, and a lot of these drivers just absolutely junking it.
There it is. Looks like the 15 just checked up there in front of him. And let's try to find Isaiah Adams. Trying to find the root cause of this wreck up front here, folks. See it one more time, Joe.
Yeah, that was a little bit less of a checkup and more of a just stop on the track. As you see him trying to gather it up, just locked it down. I guess he thought a caution was going to come out before it did, and
wow, it's unfortunate there, man. Brian Cook was having the drive of his life there. It seemed like he was going to have a great points day. Well, now he's not. So we're going to rack them back up. It's going to be McClurg and Harrington out front. You got Chad White, Weaver, and Wright rounding out your top 5. Garrett Wiles down pit road as well there. Not sure what happened there with Garrett Wiles and why he's pitting.
Yeah, I'm wondering if he's just going to put that extra set of tires on. You see him.
When the caution flies, he's fine. He's right there door to door with the lead. Oh, there we go. Yeah, he loops it around. So that's where this all started. Wow, so we saw 3 different wrecks there happen to bring that out. So we're going to rack them back up here. It's McClurg, Harrington, and White out front here on lap 140 this time around.
Yeah, and Harrington getting a little bit of nose damage there, but his car looks fine. So we'll only iRacing knows exactly what type of damage the number 8 suffered. Doesn't look like much at all, so maybe he's good.
Yeah, well, we'll see how it all goes. Michael Harrington's car doesn't look too shabby, but Nolan McClurg's loving these cautions, and he hopes he sees a few more of them. Looks like next time around, Joe, we're going to be dropping the hammer and going green, our 12th caution of the night here in Phoenix.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think that we're done yet. It's coming down to the wire. These guys are really, really wanting the position, and we've seen a lot of drivers make mistakes here and have some self-spins that have chain reacted into almost a mass casualty incident here at Phoenix.
All right, Joe, fans are still standing. It's Harrington on the outside, McClurg on the inside. Green flag back in the air here, 16 to go. Side by side for the race lead. Harrington doors the hell out of him.
Yeah, Harrington was going for the Corey High move all the way down there on the apron and then washed all the way up into the 16, and both drivers not wanting to give up position as they door banging side by side, Goodyear to Goodyear across the start-finish line.
Oh, my gosh. Harrington doors them for one good measure there, and caution is out. If I'm Nolan McClurg, I might just clean out the 8 machine on this restart, Joe, not going to lie. But let's see what happened here. Not seeing why the caution flew there. I don't see anybody.
You heard the cars bouncing off of the wall, but doesn't look like anybody's got some damage. It's the timing software is not really showing. You see the 33 get in the wall, and the 91 loops around the 06, and yeah, that's going to bring the caution out every time.
Yeah, the 06 just kind of got slowed down a bit there, and that brought out the caution. That's unfortunate. We had a good battle for the race lead, and I think Harrington and McClurg were about to clean out each other if that would have stayed green there, Joe.
Yeah, absolutely, because McClurg was absolutely going to give it back to Harrington, and wouldn't be surprised if we have some drama here on the track. Just a little bit over 10 laps to go, looking like we'll be restarting with 11 to go, and yeah, it's going to be a shootout here to the end.
Here, Joe, we got a quick exchange here from McClurg and Harrington. It starts here. Listen in.
Okay. Nolan, I'm not trying to, but you got to give me a little room, man.
I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. You put it below the yellow line.
If that's the way you want to race, Nolan, just because I cut the dog leg, then that's fine. But that's the whole reason why you got knocked out of the league the last time, brother.
I mean, we can definitely go back and watch it at the end, but I mean, I would say that's more of the reason you're always in first.
You guys be the judge of what you think happened there between Harrington and McClurg. But hey, Joe, we still have about 12 laps left to go, and this might get a little spicy.
Yeah, absolutely. You hear the emotion between both of these drivers, and from my perspective, Harrington did wash up the track a little bit, and then McClurg is trying his best to stay off of him, and then eventually maybe was pinching him down just a little bit. But the way Harrington washed up, McClurg, he's just is very limited on his options right there.
Well, in the chat, varying thoughts. Austin Guerrero says McClurg races dirty all the time. Well, he might. I don't know if he did there, though, but Connor Gerard says it's a racing deal. So who knows? We got Austin Guerrero pulling for the Glizzy Gobbler here. So we're going to find out here, racked up and ready to roll. Is this going to be the final restart of the night?
Yeah, well, it looks like we'll restart with 10 to go. Shootout here at Phoenix. You've got two really fast cars on the front row, door banging last time around, and it's absolutely going to get interesting because the 97 of Brzezowski worked his way back up. He's going to be restarting fifth, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's able to capitalize should Harrington and McClurg duke it out for real and end up junking each other.
They certainly might. They are not happy with one another, but we are racked up and ready to roll. Harrington, your race leader on the inside. McClurg on the outside. Green flag back in the air. 11 laps left to go here in the GOAT's Birthday Bash Extravaganza.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be full send here for Harrington as, McClurg gets around. The two gets into him up into the wall. Washes up, and the 97 of Brzezowski, like I said, capitalized on that mistake and getting ready to give it a shot for the race lead.
We'll see if Brzezowski can capitalize here. He is up to second. You got Weaver in third, followed by King, Wright, and White. And I tell you what, Harrington is happy that McClurg isn't up front because I think McClurg might have had some payback brewing up his sleeve.
Yeah, McClurg is he's absolutely going to be frustrated after the two kind of washed up into him and got him out of shape, but it's coming down to the wire here. 10 to go. You see Chad White there trying to make a move on the inside, and he's got the Glizzy Gobbler trying to wrap it up in some mustard and make a push for the front.
Let's hop on board with the 5 machine. Terrence Murphy up to 7th, trying to sneak into the top 5. Caution is out, Joe. I think Isaiah Adam Bomb Adams is junk. Here it is. 46 gets into the 47, and then just a checkup effect. 4 wide off the corner. They run out of room, and there you go.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. You're at the mercy of who's on your inside. It looked like Adam Bombs thought that the driver on his inside was going to take the dog leg, so he was going to go take the dog leg and gets taken out right there. But not too much damage. He should be able to reset, but I mean, this is not something that you want to have, come late race, especially as we're coming down less than 10 to go here.
I mean, Harrington had a solid lead there. He was hoping this thing was going to stay green, but I'll tell you what, Brzezowski's probably the happiest driver out here to get that caution. We'll see if he can maybe steal a win. By the time we go back green, there's going to be, 4, maybe 3 laps left to go.
Yeah, things don't always work out this way, but if I'm Brzezowski, and I knew that caution was going to come out, I would have let Weaver by so this way that I can start behind Harrington and get a decent jump right up on Harrington's bumper and really put it on him going into turn number 1.
Let's take a look here. Got some radio replay traffic. Not sure what these guys are even talking about, but John Sheen had this to say.
Go back to in-race penalties and stop this shit.
There you go. John Sheen is not happy with all the wrecks going on here tonight. Our 14th caution of the night. And, Joe, you'd be shocked to hear. We went green to checkered in stage 1.
Yeah, and then we almost went green to checkered in stage number 2. And that's kind of where things started to go south. And it's been 13 cautions since that first caution in stage number 2.
Absolutely. And again, 2 of these cautions were planned cautions. So, I mean, you can count it as 12 cautions if you want, but however you want to do it, it's not been a clean finish to this race. But Michael Harrington's been the dominant car all night long. He is your race leader. We're going to give him the 1 to green, and we're going back green, Joe, with about 5 laps remaining.
Yeah, it's if you thought it was dicey before, it's going to get dicey now. I wouldn't be surprised if we end up with a green-white checker, if not 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah, I don't think this is the last caution of the night. I think we might see an immediate caution, honestly, once we go green. But who knows, as the pace car's heading in, they're going to head down this back straightaway, racked up and ready to roll. It's Harrington and Brzezowski in your front row. And, Joe, you should take us green.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, down the back stretch, Harrington's going to have control here on the restart. It's going to be an exciting finish, so strap in, grab your cup, grab your popcorn. Harrington is getting ready to go into the radio replay restart zone and take us back green, green, green for Harrington. And you see the 97 of Brzezowski getting a really good restart, almost up to the bumper of Harrington as they get ready to send it inside turn number 1. And they're 3 wide behind him for third.
Murphy tries to take over the 3rd spot from Akari King Wright, and looks like he might have a run to do so, but out front is still a battle for the race lead. It's Harrington and Brzezowski.
Yeah, Brzezowski really sending it in deep into the wall there.
4 laps left to go. Can Brzezowski get a run on Harrington? He's going to have to figure out something quick, or are we going to get another caution, Joe? What do you think?
Man, it's hard to tell. I hope that it stays green, and these guys in the back of the field can kind of keep it together. As it's starting to look that way, we might just finish under green. Brzezowski's trying to find everything in his power to get past Harrington.
We'll see if he can do it, but Terrence Murphy with a sneaky run here into 3rd. Let's see if he can reel in Brzezowski and battle for that 2nd spot as they head down the backstretch. It's going to be 2 to go this time around here at Phoenix.
Yeah, and if Murphy can finish 3rd again, that'll be back-to-back podiums for him. So gaining some momentum for the 5 car of the Glizzy Gobbler as the race up front starting to get closer and closer as the 97 starts to inch towards that bumper of our race leader, of Michael Harrington.
Harrington hoping that they keep it clean for one more corner out of turns 3 and 4. It's going to be white flag in the air this time around. Michael Harrington out front. Last lap at Phoenix.
Yeah, I'm going to anticipate a send right here by the 97 machine. Maybe a little bump and run. Can't quite get there. If he's going to do it, it's going to be in 4.
Last chance for Brzezowski down the backstretch for the final time. Looks to the inside. Is he going to have enough? Not looking like it. Checkered flag in the air. Michael Harrington wins the GOAT's Birthday Bash Extravaganza 156.
Yeah, top 3 drivers going to be Harrington with the win, Brzezowski in 2nd, and Murphy going to take the 3rd spot on the podium for the Glizzy Gobbler.
What a finish there. Murphy with a podium run. His good buddy Michael Harrington with another win. He is just racking them up here in the Average Joe's Sim Racing League. We're going to take a quick break, gather some drivers. We got some interviews coming up. We'll be right back. Don't you go anywhere. We are back here at Phoenix. This one is in the books here. Michael Harrington with the big win, but let's start things off with talking to our third place finisher, Terrence Murphy. Let's get him in here. Terrence, Blake, and Joe up in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
How we doing, boys?
Hey, doing pretty good. You know, you had a sneaky finish there for you. Get back to the podium. Not a good run there in the middle, but you found yourself up front there to finish it out.
Yep, I saved a set of tires in like the middle of stage 2 or whatever, so felt great about how the race would end up. But then restarting the final stage, of course, just shenanigans, and I get 4.5 minutes of damage that I never got fixed. So I think I got it down to like a minute, but obviously P3 after all that, I'm satisfied.
Yeah, you should be, Terrence. You have 18 incident points here tonight, but you still find yourself onto the podium. And do you think you could have done anything there at the end to maybe gain an extra spot, or that was kind of all you had?
That's all I had at that point with the tires. If I got to take a set of tires like halfway through with the final stage and then still had my extra set, it would have been a different story. But
yeah, I think so as well, Terrence. It was a great run for you. You put it on the podium. Now, Joe, what'd you see out of this 5 machine here tonight, Terrence Murphy?
Yeah, I saw a driver that was hungry. He went for back-to-back podiums here with Daytona last week and now Phoenix this week, and he overcame some adversity, was able to battle back after getting stuck in some of these incidents, and was able to stick a fork in it and put it on the podium tonight.
long season, boys. Stacking up them points.
Absolutely. Has to feel pretty good. Now, Terrence, are you going to celebrate maybe with some Skyline chili tomorrow?
I mean, Skyline chili for dinner. What are you talking about? We got to eat.
Let's go. Let's go. Well, hey, great run tonight, Terrence. Always good to talk with you. You put it on the podium. You got any shout-outs, though, before you head out?
Just shout out to the team. Weaver had a great night tonight. Blevins had a great night. Where'd Dominic's end up? Dominic's, I know, got caught up in some junk, but all in the top 20, so good points tonight. Otherwise, just shout out to you guys. I appreciate you.
All right. Well, shout out to you as well. Terrence Murphy, tonight's third-place finisher here in Phoenix. That was Terrence Murphy. Joe, let's move things along and bring up our second-place finisher.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk to our second-place finisher, Nathan Brzezowski. Nathan, this is Joe and Blake in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I do.
Hey, man. So, lot of action here tonight. Bunch of cautions. You were able to make your way back up to the front after, falling mid-pack. About halfway through the race. Walk me through what it was like trying to make a push and get up there to Harrington.
I mean, they were just wrecking in front of me, so I kept getting damaged, so I had to keep repairing it and being at the back. But I don't know. A lot of people just had damage, so every time I took damage, I wasn't really set all the way far back. I was just mid-pack, but once I got it all repaired, we got a little bit of a green flag run, and I kind of got up to like third or second, and just from then on, it's just between me and Harrington, and we kind of had like a Three Stooges moment there. Whenever Harrington, hit in the wall, I was behind him, and I just followed him straight into the wall. That's on me, but hopefully put on a good race for the broadcast. But yeah, I mean, definitely gonna be regretting that hitting the wall there at the end.
Yeah, Nathan, looked like you had a. Oh, sorry, Joe. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was going to say, it looked like you had a good shot there at the finish and until you got into the wall there, Nathan. But nonetheless, it has to feel pretty good. You kept getting involved in some incidents, but you still bring it home P2 tonight.
I mean, yeah, it feels good, but I'm not really satisfied with P2. I'm here to win. That's what I'm, paid to do. So, P2 is fine or whatever, good for points, but that's just not my goal.
All right. Well, Joe, you got any final words or thoughts for our second place finisher here of Nathan Brzezowski?
Yeah, so Nathan, I was just wanted to kind of ask you, how the track affected the way the car drove, because obviously the race went from the middle of the day into the night. So what did that kind of do for the car and the way it handled?
I think like the line was about the same the entire time. It was just you could drive it in a little bit deeper, You could roll the center a little bit more. I just felt like there's a lot more grip to work with, and it kind of made the racing better. I always love racing at night, except for Homestead. I love racing at night because the track's just super gripped up, and instead of just like running one line and kind of just slide jobbing in there, you're able to really work multiple lines and get runs. That's how I was getting to Harrington there at the end. I was just kind of running a different line, getting the run off, and that's ultimately what cost me the race at the end, just being behind him. But I mean, yeah, it just makes the track so much grippier and just makes the racing so much better for me, and obviously for the broadcast too.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're getting ready to go to Vegas next week. What are some of your pre-race predictions as we start to prepare for next week?
I'm winning. I'm calling that right now, bro. Calling my shot. I'm gonna win.
Write it down, Joe.
But I just think, I mean, I'm gonna think I'm gonna win. I come here every week to win. That's my main goal. But I don't know. I think, you know, the racing here was super exciting between me and Harrington. So hopefully we can put on a show for y'all next week too.
Yeah, absolutely. You've got second place finisher tonight, Nathan Brzezowski, calling his shot, doing the Babe Ruth, predicting the win for next week. But Nathan, before we let you go, man, we want to give you an opportunity to give your shout outs. And Nathan has left the chat.
All right. Well, no shout outs, I guess, huh? He's thinking himself. And he's going to win next week, Joe.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he wants to win it the most. And speaking of the winner, let's go ahead and bring up our race winner tonight, Michael Harrington. Mike, this is Joe and Blake in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. Got you guys.
Boy, what a race for you. You park it in victory lane. Had a lot of dramatics going on there, Mike. I mean, this race started out pretty clean. We went green to checkered in stage 1, almost did it in stage 2, and then just kind of all hell broke loose after that.
Yeah, for sure. I apologize to Nolan. I'm not trying to, over muscle anybody or anything. I'm not take pride in trying to be a clean driver and making good passes and stuff like that. So I'll apologize to him and we'll talk about it later. But yeah, I know. I mean, it was great. The first stage was real clean. We were real clean, and then, obviously, as you guys know, as we wind down the laps, the temperatures start to turn up. So yeah, it's a little unfortunate, but we'll clean it up a little bit, and fortunate to take the win.
Yeah, had to feel pretty good, Michael. I mean, your first win of the season, only our second race of the year, but going to put yourself in a good spot in the points. But next week we head over to Las Vegas. I mean, I'm sure you're feeling pretty confident about that one too, huh?
Yeah, I like it. We picked up some really good guys that came into the league, so there's going to be some strong contenders and whatnot. Nate gave me a hell of a battle up front. And there's going to be some. I know Murph's going to be real good there too. So yeah, we'll just try to stay up front and see what we can get. Obviously, the clean air is going to be king. So we'll see what happens.
Absolutely, Joe. What'd you see out of our race winner here tonight, Michael Harrington?
Yeah, I mean, he had a little bit of a off night as far as strategy, right? There was a few times he stayed out. It ended up working out for him with a lot of these drivers having a struggle, even on fresh tires, to battle with Harrington. But, all around, it was a good night for Harrington, winning the stages and, coming away with the win tonight. And sounds like he's pretty confident for Vegas. So we're going to see what he does next week.
Absolutely. Well, Michael, before you head out, you got any shout-outs or anything to add for all our viewers watching back at home?
Yeah, for sure. I want to shout you out, Blake. Happy birthday, buddy. We appreciate everything you do for us, sponsoring the race. And we're obviously happy to have you continue on with broadcasting the races and everything. And then I got to shout out the Trap House boys, racing for Willie this year. So we're racing hard for Willie, and we're gonna see what we can do and try to defend the team championship and everything. And yeah, and then I gotta say thank you to Fish Speed. I gotta put his stuff on the car here, but throw a little sponsorship out there and whatnot. So it was pretty cool. He helps me out with if I'm struggling at any tracks or anything like that. And the wife and kids for letting me do this. And I think that's it. Everybody for tuning in. Appreciate it.
Well, we appreciate you, Michael. You're going to be one to watch all season long per usual, but you park it in victory lane. 97 laps led. You had the fastest lap and you had the pole. So, I mean, basically a max points day for you. You sweep the stages. So, congratulations on winning here in Phoenix.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. And happy birthday, Blake.
I appreciate you, Michael. Well, Michael Harrington getting it done here tonight. Joe parking it in victory lane. And Joe, he's taking home the most coveted prize in sim racing.
Yeah, absolutely. That electronically signed portrait is going to it's going to sit pretty up in the sim rig room, and I'm pretty sure that Blake is going to use that. Harrington is going to use that as motivation as he looks to go back to back next week at Vegas.
I am right there with you, Joe. I think you hit that spot on here. And, folks, we want to show you what Michael Harrington's going to take home. Hey, this is just the digital version. He's going to have to print it out himself. But take a look. Look at this thing, Joe. Wow.
Yeah, what a stud, man.
Congratulations, Michael Harrington. You know, he can throw all his trophies in the trash now. That is the grand prize of them all. But nonetheless, folks, that wraps things up here in Phoenix. It was a fun race. We had some strategy. We had some junked race cars. And we had some hurt feelings, Joe. We really had it all.
Yeah, we absolutely did. And Connor Gerard coming in the chat. The 17 of Jesse Chip Graham has won the paint scheme of the Honorable Night.
Let's go, Jesse Graham, with the paint scheme of the night. Congratulations. But, folks, we appreciate you joining us here tonight. We're going to take the next couple nights off here at HMS TV because a week from tomorrow, the HMS TV Cup Series is starting up on Friday nights. And, Joe, rumor has it you're going to be on track.
Yeah, I heard a little rumor going around out there, and I think it's time for Front Row Joe to get some action in the HMS TV Cup League. So make sure that the viewers out there, if you want to see what Front Row Joe can do on the track, you already hear what I can do in the booth. Make sure you tune in next Friday night for the season opener.
It's going to be fun to see. I believe this will be your first race on the track here at HMS TV, so I'm excited to see it. But, folks, that wraps things up here in Phoenix. You just watched the GOAT's Birthday Bash Extravaganza 156. Michael Harrington brings home that coveted Holy Grail prize, and that wraps things up in the desert with Joe Manella. I'm Blake Hutchinson, and we will see you back here on Sunday night with the Icon Cup Series.